Hi, my name is Jaffe. I am the co-founder and CEO of Evolution, which is an innovation agency that connects early stage startups with big brands. I'm also, I guess, a thought leader is what people refer to me as, which is much better than a futurist because I know nothing about implanted chips in brains. But I am an author as well. I've written 3 books, Life After the 30-Second Spot, Join the Conversation, Flip the Funnel, and my 4th book is coming out in October, November, and that book is called Zero. Zero Paid Media is the new marketing model. So, I like to write and I like to speak. The idea of actually pinning yourself down to a physical address in today's day and age, when you have a cell phone and you have Wi-Fi and an email address, I find to be completely outdated. So I don't have a physical address now on my business card. So when you actually said, where are you? The answer is Westport, Connecticut, but what I really should say is it doesn't matter. I'm here. I'm with you right now. What more do you want from me? There's my mother. I was basically brought up by a single parent. My father passed away when I was 4 years old. So she, of course, is a hero. How she just literally went to bat and learned to trade and taught me so much about perseverance and about getting the job done and about trust and integrity and relationships. Robert Brosen, the founder of a company called Nando's Chicken Land, my first boss and a guy who I think is like a Howard Schultz or Richard Branson, he taught me so much, and he himself was influenced, always used to say in my first job, if you can dream it, if you can do it, which I later found was not his quote, but Walt Disney's quote. That stuck with me. If I'd known then what I know now, I probably wouldn't have done it. Great quote about being an entrepreneur, which he used to say. Another thing he used to say was, it's not important to be the best accountant, it is important to hire the best accountant. And that has certainly taught me a lot about talent as well. So first boss, parent, obvious people like Nelson Mandela, who is ailing right now, in terms of, again, perseverance. The only other person I would mention is someone like Steve Jobs, but for very different reasons. I think he was really not a nice man. I mean, he wasn't a nice man, and so I don't admire him as a man. But I certainly think as a genius and a disruptor, and that's the theme of this interview. He's got to be out there. And for a couple of, for so many different reasons. I mean, he's taught us about form and function, that you need both. That it's got to look good, but it's also got to do good. It's got to work. And so many people don't figure that out. He certainly, as a guy who's written a book on customer service, Apple is just this wonderful, beautiful contradiction. On one hand, their service is terrible because they don't really care what we have to say as customers. They believe they're so arrogant that they know better than us, they know more than us, and they know, and we don't know what we want, and truthfully we don't. And so they will just go out and create it for us. But at the same time, their stores are a magnificent testament to certainly the role in the future of bricks and mortar, but also customer service. I would go so far as to say Apple has become a customer service brand, more so than Zappos. But probably the final point about Jobs is that after his passing, the company, I mean, you've seen this company grow, fall, and Steve Jobs is the constant. And it's amazing to think that one man, just one man, you almost wonder, you think, like, surely he's a puppet. I mean, surely he's got a whole team. Surely he's got an army of spinners and PR people and great business strategists and young people that are repressed and suppressed and, overworked and underpaid and underappreciated. But at the end of the day, one man made the difference. And that's really the common theme, throughout all that amalgamation of the people, my heroes, my disruptive heroes, is that whether it was my mother or Nelson Mandela, right? Each one made a difference, and each one without which the people in their lives would have been forever changed and altered. And I think that's almost like the great litmus test when you talk about a disruptive hero, is that they were able to alter the course and the fortitude and the direction and the future of individuals or groups of individuals.